Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's James. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Blau sliding out of the pocket, looking deep for Hilton. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play here for Dallas.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket, but it's a lot to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now James returning. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll. Out blitz coming, and down he goes. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a seventh and eighth. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. Touchdown! It's complete. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 21-0 our score after 1. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit? He's got a man, complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play here for Dallas.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's James. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, Wilson. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play here for Dallas.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this 35-0 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now James returning. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an...
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Penny. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing. And
we'll see if that continues. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Blau setting up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there just before halftime. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's James. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, that's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. So we've reached halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Blau. Flushed out right. Here's a diving catch right side.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Blau to throw. Flush to his right. Going up top for Kupp. Touchdown, Cowboys! Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys add on. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? And he said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now James returning. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 9. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This is fielded at the 27. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. First and 10 now. Here's Blau, eluding the pressure right. Going up top for Kupp. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play here for Dallas. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's James. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson finding room inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. On first down, Blau flushed out right. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play here. For Dallas. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Vikings on 3rd down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man is Myers. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will come back out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they act.
There goes Sterling Shepard. And all the way down to the 35. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's caught by Myers. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.